6 Indigenous communities in New Brunswick found power in partnership today as they took a step forward in their quest to regain control over some traditional lands. CTV's Atlantic Bureau Chief Chris Najgate on the details of Wolastoqey Nation's deal with a major forestry company.
The Wolastoqey Nation, made up of 6 First Nations, struck a historic deal with one of New Brunswick's largest forestry companies, AV Group.
We can work together at this. We don't always have to be adversaries. We can find common ground, and we can share the resources.
In their newly signed Memorandum of Understanding, both parties agreed part of the land the forestry company operates on will be transferred to Wolastoqey, and the nations will be able to provide input on future projects. It's a first-of-its-kind agreement between Indigenous nations and large industry in New Brunswick.
We always have had issues with, how the forest has been maintained and managed, but also being able to practice our Aboriginal treaty rights.
I think what you'll see within the next 3 months is immediately starting on community engagement.
After numerous failed attempts at the negotiating table, Wolastoqey filed a land title claim against the government of New Brunswick in 2020.
To remind the government that we never surrendered or ceded this land. So there are legal consequences to that.
The claim includes 5 million hectares that Wolastoqey Nation identifies as their traditional lands, unlawfully stolen and based on the peace and friendship treaties first signed with the British Crown in 1725. The claim also names forestry companies, including AV Group. Today's deal doesn't clear AV from the land claim, and as for the province, Premier Blaine Higgs wasn't available for an interview, but in a statement, a government spokesperson said New Brunswick supports private companies working in partnership with First Nations, adding the province will deal with the land litigation that the Wolastoqey have started. The chiefs say they hope this sends a clear message to industry and the province on how to work with Indigenous nations moving forward. Chris Najgate, CTV News, Fredericton.